One of these, I feel my head, bro. My wig is gone. It's gone.
Nobody ever make it out alive.
Hey vlog, it's Z here. I got some food, and today we're gonna do like a mukbang with a story to tell. So this story, before I get into the story, let me tell y'all what I got. I got a spicy deluxe pepper jack meal with bacon, some fries, and medium lemonade light ice. That's my usual go-to. Sometimes I switch it up and I just get the sandwich. But that's what I always get. Like, I try to get other stuff, but deep down, I want a spicy deluxe. But I got the nuggets a few times. I mean, it's good too. I just got to a point where I started craving a spicy deluxe. So let me tell y'all the story. So basically, this thing in the way. Let me sit up. So basically, let me put it down here. Alright, that's better. So this took place last year. It's about how I lost my wig, as y'all will see in the title. So this took place last year, last spring. It was during, I believe we were coming back from spring break, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I believe we were coming back from spring break. And me and my roommates, we were like, hey, like, we should go to Six Flags or whatever. And, you know, I was down. The last time I've been to Six Flags was like, I think 7th or 8th grade, I think. No, it was probably like freshman year of high school. I can't even tell you, but it's been a minute. Like, I do not go to Six Flags that much. And actually, the first time I ever went to Six Flags was in middle school. It was because of a school field trip. Like, that's another discussion though. Most of the things I've been to, I wouldn't have never gone if it was for school, but that's another discussion. Anyway, so we go to Six Flags, we ride a few rides, blah 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 blah. You know, I enjoy myself. We ride the Batman. The first ride we rode, oh, and this is in Atlanta, by the way. So the first ride we rode was the Cyclone, because it's right there, you know, something light. The next ride I believe we rode was the Batman. And I believe the third ride was Goliath, I believe. But anyway, as we were riding these rides, you know, my roommate, she was telling me, like, you know, because she used to work at like Fun Spot, and she was telling me like, oh, like, if I were you, like, maybe you should like take your wig off and like hold it or something while you're riding the ride, because, you know, I've worked at Fun Spot, and, you know, I've seen people lose their wigs all the time while I work there. And I was like, I'm good, like, I'm different, my wig's different, it feels secure, like, I'm gonna be fine. Anyway, we get to Goliath and we ride the ride, and we sat in the front because my roommate, the same one, she was saying like, oh, like, we should sit in the front, like, I always like to sit in the front. I'm like, okay. We didn't get to sit directly in the front, we were like in the second row. That's basically the front. But when riding rides, I never ride in the front. It's always like the middle or the back. Like, I've never rode in the front before, so like, it was like, I was scared. I was kind of scared because of that. And also, I've never rode Goliath. Like, one time when me and my family came to Six Flags, we tried riding Goliath, but then it started raining that day and we couldn't ride it, blah blah blah. So anyway, if you don't know about the Goliath in Atlanta, Goliath apparently is like the longest ride, and I think it's the biggest too. I know it's definitely the longest. But anyway, and it goes over water. So if you're driving on the highway, you'll see that ride because it goes over ponds of water, stuff like that. I think it's, the longest and the biggest ride. Anyway, we get on Goliath, we go to the top, and when you go all the way to the top, there's a long drop when it starts out. So anyway, we get to the top, blah, 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 and we drop. And my roommates and other people on the ride, they were lifting their hands up. I was like scared because first of all, the strap or whatever you have that prevents from falling out, it didn't feel secure. Like it's not like you had something over here, you only had something on the bottom part. So I didn't even feel secure. So I was scared to like basically be free and like lift my hands up. I was scared if I did, it would like become loose or whatever. So anyway, as the ride progresses and we go through a few more of these, I decided to lift my hands up. So I do this while we're going up on one of the little hills or whatever. And yeah, I end up having fun. And then near the end of the ride, like there's this there's different areas where you can take a picture on the ride. There's different cameras. My roommate, one of them, she's been to Six Flags many times, so she knows where all the cameras are. So she was telling me, oh, look, there's the camera. And we were smiling, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we come to the end of the ride. And then, we get to the loading station. And then that's when, like, I look at my roommate. I forgot. I think I just looked and said something. I just looked at her. And I was on the end, by the way. So it was the three of us. And I was on the end. And anyway, so she was in the middle. So I look at her, and then she's like, oh, like, bro, she started going like crazy ballistic, started laughing. And I was like, what's going on? And then I do one of these. I feel my head, bro, my wig is gone. It's gone. And then that's when like the only thing that I feel on my head is my wig cap. No wig. And it's like, if I feel like the people that was waiting to get on the ride knew that my wig was gone, because I think I saw some of them like laughing and pointing or whatever. And if you are waiting for a ride and you see people that were on the ride before you, and you see one of them has a wig cap but no wig, you're gonna think they lost their wig on the ride. So anyway, to cover that up, to make it seem like, oh, I never had a wig, I just took my wig cap off and put it in my pocket or whatever. But the thing is, under my wig, I had cornrows, so I was looking like Queen Latifah and set it off. That's what I was looking like. So I still look bad regardless. Wig, nope. Like, without the wig cap, I still look crazy. Like, anyway, that's when, like, we get off the ride. I'm, like, bummed. Like, I'm, like, walking down the stairs. And I'm like hoping that I could like find my wig and see if it fell somewhere nearby. And then the people in front of us in the first row, they were saying, oh, like, I saw your wig fly off. I was trying to catch it for you. And then like the girl, she asked me like, oh, was it expensive? And I said, no, it wasn't that expensive. Like, and she said, okay, good, I don't feel as bad, like, because I would have felt so bad for you. And I was saying, oh yeah. And so, we're walking down. I was like basically bummed the majority of the time. After that ride, we rode the Superman, I believe. And that ride, there was such a long line. And, I was just bummed. I'm like, dang, my wig is gone. And I was contemplating on getting a hat. But it's like, it wouldn't have made a difference, because when you get on the rides, they tell you if you have a hat, take it off because you'll lose it. Like, they're not responsible if you lose the stuff. So I was like, dang, if I could have got a hat, it wouldn't have helped, because I was looking crazy in my cornrows. So I just dealt with, looking crazy the rest of the day. But I was bummed, I was hoping that I could find it. And, that's when, like, after riding a few more rides, we wanted to ride the Goliath again. So we rode it again before the park was finna close. And so we hurried up because they, they were saying, oh, the park is finna close in blah, blah, blah minutes, blah, blah, blah. Finna close soon. So we hurry up and we get on the Goliath, because even though I lost my wig, it was a fun ride. It was fun. So we get on the ride again. And this time it doesn't take us too long to get on the ride, because the line isn't as long, because the park finna close, people leaving. So we get on the ride again, and then I feel like going over the ponds of water and stuff. My roommate, the one that worked at Fun Spot, she told me, bro, like, she points at the pond, and she's like she points and she thinks she sees my wig. And honestly, it probably was my wig. It probably wasn't. I was denying it, but I will say when I first saw like, it looked like there was like something black that was floating, and my wig was black. It was a curly wig. It looked like something black was floating in the pond, or at least in the pond, like something black. And I said, my wig, as we were on the ride. She started laughing, bro, dying laughing. But then after we rode it a few more times after that, we rode it like 2 more times. So in total, we probably rode this ride like 4 times. So we rode it 2 more times back to back, I believe. Like, I think after the ride ended, we just stayed inside. We didn't even get out because like there wasn't really that many people, other people that was finna ride the ride. So, you know, because it was finna close. So as we were going on again, I was thinking, that's probably not my wig. It could have been. I could be in denial, you know, I'll never know. But anyway, you know, we leave the park, we get Wendy's, blah blah blah. You know, I was just bummed, you know. And I was contemplating on calling up Six Flags, asking them, hey, like, if it's possible they can look in the pond to get my wig. But, you know, they wasn't going to do that, you know. My roommate was saying that they wasn't going to do that, you know, because, you know, they let it be known when you're on the ride and you lose something, they're not liable. You know, they let it be known. So, that's what happened, y'all. That's what happened. That's how I lost my wig. And I tried getting that same wig because I got it from Beauty Master. And I tried getting that same wig. I did go to a different Beauty Master location. And when I got my replacement wig, I thought it was the same one. And it wasn't. It was not the same one. It was a bit shorter and did not like it. But I kind of got used to it over time. But overall, I did not like my replacement wig. My original wig, which I call her Olivia, was the best one, and the one that I had got as replacement, it was not the exact same one, which I thought it was. So it made me even more bummed because my old wig, I look way better in it. You know, it is slightly different. You know, my roommate said, oh, it looks fine. You know, it doesn't look that different. Like, bro. And it's like they don't wear wigs, so it's like as a wig, as a person that wears wigs, you'll know the difference. Like when you wear wigs, that basically becomes your child or whatever, blah blah blah. Like, you know who's your child and who's not. Like, you can tell the small differences, you know. So they won't understand until they start wearing wigs and they go through a similar situation. You know, they lose a wig or something bad happens to their wig and I try to get a replacement and they notice it's not the same. But anyway, that's what happened, y'all. Gonna eat the rest of my food, and that's how I lost my wig, y'all.